about starting well as far as Netherlands are concerned. Need to kick on. It's kind of home conditions for Netherlands. A little bit of grass. It's a drive hit from Salman Ali Agha. No hesitation in looking to bowl first. He's got plenty of options. The spin department. It's about adapting, executing your plans, making sure that you feel great about playing Netherlands. Levitt, a dasher, or Doyd, a little sedate compared to Levitt, but this can turn out to be a very good opening combo for Netherlands.
Yeah, important as well with the conditions, guys. It is a grassy wicket. There's no doubt it's going to have a little bit of movement. The air, of course, here is always hot in Colombo, but at the moment it hasn't got that humidity that we've got in the last few days, which means it actually may give the ball a chance to really swing. So I'll be curious to see how Shah Afridi starts with this new ball. He can have problems controlling it because he is a prodigious swinger of the ball.
25 times he's picked up a wicket in his first over in T20I. So when he's on song, on target, with that in-swinging slant, he can get Pakistan off to a great start.
It's almost that because he's quite erratic insofar as it takes a little bit of time, one, for him to settle into his rhythm, but then two, when it is swinging so far, that can really put a batsman off, Rambo. You can be there thinking, when's it going to swing? And if it doesn't, or if it does something slightly different to what you think, that's when the doubts start to come into your mind.
3 men in the circle on the offside, 3 on the leg side. There's a slip in place as well. A regular field set for Shah Afridi. Seconds away from the first ball. Beautiful weather conditions. Not very hot, not very humid. Right, we're ready to go and launch. Levitt is on strike to Shah Afridi. That's gone for 4. First ball out of the crease, works it into the field through the leg side. That's an aggressive start and a very good start. I think he was trying to negate that in-swinging angle, and it worked well in the end.
Yeah, 137 kilometres per hour start, but
Wayne Knights is his partner. From Auckland, Richard Illingworth is the TV umpire. That's a beauty. Didn't really come back, didn't really swing a lot, but it was the length that did him in the end.
It's one thing that we're going to see here in Sri Lanka as well. It does have a bit more pace and bounce. Shah Afridi is going to love bowling on this pitch. Look at that. That's gone hard across the right-hander. Interesting fact, in this squad, there's 11 players that are right-hand players. 11 batsmen. And in this side, well, we'll have to go through the numbers, but I reckon it's about 7.
That's well fielded, well blocked at point, but they pinch a single. Well, if ever there was a word called one-dimensional, this is it. 11 right-handers. Just been told by Richard, all 15 of the squad are right-handers. What's wrong with them?
It must have only just been the one set of pads that were right-handed at the clubhouse. That's a very interesting stat because I think all the sides across the world have been littered with powerful left-hand batters. I just wonder also just how that will affect bowling, because you're just able to settle into your line and length.
Yeah, that's into the gap. It's a fast outfield. That's another boundary. Playing with an open stance once again to make sure that he doesn't get hurt by that in-swinging angle. But it's been a soft start so far from Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with this Shaheen Shah Afridi. So too will the captain. Can't set fields for balls drifting full of a length onto the onside. Too smart for it. And it just gives an opportunity for a batter to settle as well. That's the one thing that you love as an opening batsman. A couple of freebies on your legs.
Yeah. Ends with a peach. And it's 9 without a wicket. They bat well, and they've got this element of surprise against the top notches at this level, Netherlands. Nice mix of seam and spin.
Yeah, pretty go hard on the spin bowling options there. What is there? 4 spinners. Dutt, Pungamova, the experienced player, Leon Cachet, and of course Ackerman. And that's the trend for all the teams across the T20 World Cup. The fact that spin is now playing a very major part of curtailing a lot of the power hitting that you see these batting lineups are full of. It's a very interesting quirk as the...
Oh, that is smashed for 4. Didn't really have to move a great deal, and once again, an early indication it's going to be a feather bed out there.
Goodness me, 134, and look at this. Have some of that. Levitt just pounding this ball. It was a bit of a nothing length and a little wide as well. Again, we're talking about freebies inside the first few overs here. A sign potentially of Pakistan's discipline. Never cut a sucker and even break. This is an associate member nation playing against a super heavyweight.
Yeah, the length was good. The shape was back into the body. So a lot better response this time from Mirza.
Yeah, as this game goes on, we'll have a look at side-on action here as well and just see the bounce in this track. It's really good. That was a belting reply. Everything's going to be hitting with this hard new ball spliced to the bat. That's why you can't afford to give any width whatsoever.
A bit of a whack through the leg side, miss it. But you can figure out the intentions very early in the piece. Pakistan on the other end fielded a very good, well-balanced side. A lot of all-round strength in that lineup. Saim Ayub has become the top-notch all-rounder in T20 eyes these days. Salman at 3, Babar at 4, bit of solidity in the middle order. On the bounce from the deep fielder, Fahim Ashraf gets a little bit of leg spin. And he defends well. And Salman Mirza will look to vary the pace. He's good with variations, not express. Holds well within himself. Yeah, 3 men in the ring on the offside and 3 on the leg side. Can hit through the line. It's such a good, decent pitch, this. So that straight fence can be targeted. Yeah, brought it back into the stumps.
Well, these tournaments are all about who's doing what and where and when in particular, and individuals, even though they're playing a sport for the team, it's also these little key milestones for the day. Max O'Dowd, 500 in ICC Men's T20 World Cups, just these 56 today, and Abra Ahmed, 4 wickets for his 50th. So we wish those two gentlemen all the very best in this World Cup and beyond.
Yeah, is the cutter that stayed just a little bit low and bounced on the keeper as well. 14 without a wicket after 2.
It's free, and the kids are here, which is absolutely what cricket is all about. The next generation, if they're not playing, we're not here. Simple as that. So grab your chips, grab your kids, and come down and watch this magnificent tournament unfold. We've got one of the super heavyweight battles here today in Pakistan, and the Netherlands. Can they be a giant killer?
Oh, that's hit so hard. Absolutely nailed it over mid-wicket.
Ramiz, we are talking to you about the different stages and phases of batting in this T20 World Cup. And this is what they call the launch phase. The first 6, the top 3 doing their very best. And this is why it's not really about technical prowess. It's about hitting power. It's about hitting through and out of the line, making sure bowlers are feeling as unsteady as they possibly can be at the top of their mark. You'll often see runs going for 10s, 12s and over up top.
It's a flick, and that's well blocked, well fielded by Fahim. Full leg dive. Yeah, that's a mood lifter for sure. You need some inspiration out there in the field. This really was well tracked.
Yeah, superb piece of fielding that for him. Yeah, that's exactly what a captain needs here in this fielding restriction phase during the launch phase. Batters, of course, take advantage of that. It's got to beat a couple of blokes out in the outfield, and you're in business. So those outfielders, that's a great example of desperation.
Oh, that's collared for 6. Made a great sound. It's gone all the way. What a pickup shot. Shine Afridi under the cosh. She's feeling the pressure. The length balls are not really working. And really jumped onto that length so quickly. Beautifully balanced. Great bar hitting zone that.
Lovely sound. He got all of that. That's out of the park. That's into the Jaiwalas at the back of the stand. Yep, like it. They doesn't like what they see here. Run rate over 10s, no wickets. Perfect start. Pressure on Pakistan bowling unit. Famously, they have always had a wonderful cartel of fast bowlers, Pakistan.
Playing everything on merit and not worried about the reputation. I think that's the first thing that you want to admire about Netherlands. Shine Afridi has got a great CV. His record is phenomenal in T20 eyes, but he's been looked after extremely well. But Levin, in particular, he's got 22 of 11, and O'Dwyer has just been a willing partner, 4 of 4. Right then. Edos, is it worrisome time for Pakistan? Do they need to change anything? Get a spinner in?
They need to change their discipline right now, that's for sure. They've been smashed. A couple of those balls, that's just a very good shot, back of the length. And he's just really climbed into his work there. As I said, he's launched out of the stadium. But just those controllables, that ability just to still be able to hold your length. A couple of balls too straight, starting too straight, going down to the leg side. Just easy pickings for these two opening batsmen. They don't need any encouragement either to be going hard inside the first 6.
Sending a very strong positive signal back to the dugout. We've got this covered, boys. Shine sharp really, none for 21 in 1.3. You're better off really using that angle away from the right-hander's off stump. Anything in the body on the pads is gone. Power play 1-6. No more than 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, Uber, let's have a look at you, please. This is the pitch view. And what we saw as experts today is that it had plenty of grass cover on. That's why we're seeing this nice bounce that's coming in here. How it will remain so from the SSC moving forward on this glorious day here in Colombo. What it says to me, Rami, is it's excellent batting conditions. The average score here across T20s is just over 150. I think it's better than that.
That's good running. Really is cracking. Single taken. Barbara has a pushback because of the attack we've seen from Netherlands. 28 without a wicket.
But going just under 10s and over. Not really big fan of this particular day. When you've been asked to bat first, then you need to reward the opposition captain with a bit of something of his own. Beautiful Netherlands is what you're seeing on screen here. Aggressive country. Prides itself on a very unique educational pathway system. Very liberated nation.
That's gone up in the air. Who's calling for this? And make sure that the calling was great. There were 3-4 other fielders converging on that catch. Top edged it. O'Dowd is done. I love the way that Usman Khan here has just conducted play and called it out. He's come a long way here, probably some 40 metres. Called out the players to take that catch. That's a beauty. The first of this T20 World Cup, and it's that of Max Dowd, their premium player, out for 5, and it's 28 for 1.
दरवाजे का टीम न लड़ी तो मैं रुपये लगा तो बोलते ना जल्द पास तनूर न लड़े वादर द कने यौ शेम न लड़ी दा खुद लवल ग्वाली कर मुस्तफा वो बम न लड़ी दगा कोर यौ कम को न दकना यार वो ऊपर का गवंडी कोर को का ध्यान परवाना से खाए तो करवाड़ी अच्छी गवंडी कोर नहीं वादर द कने
28 for the loss of 1. Bas Deleda comes in at number 3. Salman Mirza altering the pace, bowled a cutter, and got a top edge from the batsman, beautifully held by the keeper. Attacking the stumps. This is a good beginning from Mirza. 1 for 5 or 1.2. Has got this great ability to pick wickets with the new ball. Goes at economy of around 5.2, 5.3. This was a very good call from the keeper. Really was made to stretch. But it's just the positive intent and early calling that made it look so good. Yeah, he's hoping against hope that we taken. It was in the end.
Absolutely superb catch, though. He's gone miles here. He's called it out nice and early, too. And a little bit of competition from square leg, but apart from that, or mid-wicket, this is giving you folks at home a wonderful view, but the movement to that was extraordinary. The key also was that he didn't break his stride. If you stutter and stumble with your feet, it causes your head to move. If you can time your stride length at point of contact to the ball, that's when you got maximum chance of catching.
And Afridi hits the stumps, but the batsman probably has made his ground. Really did fire it back into the stumps, Shine Afridi. But no real damage done.
I wonder whether he was just releasing a bit of that tension that he's got from his bowling. Have a look at how hard Shaheen Shah Afridi pegs the ball. It's gone about another pig's length when it hits the top of the stumps. Bit of frustration maybe, Rammies?
Clearly. Not been a great start from Shine Shah Afridi, but he's got this ability to bounce back. He's got good numbers in T20 eyes. That's a great fallback position. Even if your couple of overs don't go according to what you aspired for, there's always hope. It's again excellent piece of running. They've done that so well. So they've looked after the boundary rope and they've not really negated the idea of rotation of strike that bails the innings.
Well, we've got the answer to my question here. Have a look at this. How far has Usman Khan gone before he's taken that catch? And 33 metres. So that's brilliant technical effort.
Well done. What about the mental confusion? I mean, you can multiply that by 1,000 times because there were 3-4 wanting to catch that one. In the end, it was keeper who called. It's been given a wide. It's a tight call, actually.
Gee whiz. This is a very tight call to what's been a absolutely brilliant over. He's bowled great length. He's executed a couple of really good Yorkers as well. Let's just hope for his sake and Pakistan's that this is, yeah, well, it is a wide. It's a good call.
Round the stumps. Change of angle for Salman. Hits him with a fuller leg delivery. Excellent over comes to an end. 1 for 8 after 2. Mirza, 31 for 1. Right, so that's the Lahore fort. Interior of Lahore. Some mosques. That's Yadgar in Pakistan. A lot of food, a lot of good stuff for the visitors. It's been an excellent start by Netherlands. 31 for 1. They will happily take this after 4 overs. For the first time, it's introduction of spin in the shape of Mohammad Nawaz. Bowls with a lot of control. Threat is 91. Variation 61. So he's got the bases covered. Wanted to find the pace, actually. At what pace you want to bowl on a surface like this?
It's great to see that little graphic that we showed you there around the different elements of spin. And look, they all have to be in sync with each other. There's no point in having 100% variation if you've got zero control.
That's gone up in the air. Will this be taken? El Babar Azam. And takes it. That's fantastic piece of fielding. Two fielders. Got it. Got it done. This is massive. This is athleticism at its very best. Great communication between the two fielders. Shine Afridi, they're indicating to the umpire with a raised finger that this is great job done.
Yeah, we'll have to have a check because it'll be Babar Azam's feet that may have gone over the Toblerone, but if it's worked in their favour for Pakistan, this is two back-to-back brilliant catches. Of course, the crowd are going to be going off when they are. Absolutely brilliant. You know, when we started this kind of partnership building, that maybe a decade ago or more, and they seem to have just executed it beyond belief in franchise cricket and world cricket. Go through to the catch, Richard Illingworth. Okay, it's out for the big screen, please.
Well, to Babar's credit, not only did he hang on to the ball, but had enough strength to get that ball back into the hands of Shine Afridi, so knew exactly where he was with regard to the boundary, with regard to where he was. Levin gone after scoring a quick fire 24, 31 for 2. Colin Ackerman is in. Netherlands certainly looking a bit shaky now. 31 for the loss of 2. Remarkable catch, that. Absolutely wonderful. Fantastic. Whatever term you want to use. Right, acceleration, innovation, control. Good numbers for Ackerman. Babar took quite a few catches in that Australian series, 5 or 6 in 3 games. This was remarkably well done. He knew exactly what to do with it.
Yeah, I love his reaction in the backdrop there, out of the field of play. Babar's again, doesn't break his stride length. Then consistently just takes a little look down at his feet and then look at the reaction. You see how pumped he is right there and what that catch means for Pakistan, who in this launch phase are starting to now look at that. Makes sure that rocket ship that the Netherlands were launching was to stay on ground. 2 wickets.
Well, we've seen a no-look shot. This is a no-look catch. Throwing it back, knew exactly where Shine Afridi was. No-look throw back into Shine Afridi. What a good catch. Good combo. Big shot, straight hit for 4. That's a lovely piece of footwork.
There's no better way to deliver momentum and therefore power into the ball when you see this. The shimmy forward to Noah gets a good base. Doesn't try and overhit the ball. Unlike the previous dismissal, gets the contact required. Doesn't get the maximum, but that's okay. First playing square off the wicket versus pace. Loves the pull shot. He's not going to get a pull shot. Played against the spinner. Nawaz off the mark with a wicket. 1 for 5 after over number 1 and 36 for the loss of 2 after 5.
Oh, no, don't work much to see it.
Netherlands being asked to bat first by Pakistan. Ahmad Mirza in his first ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Tougher wicket has now been blasted away for 4.
गलत है खेल रहा है मामा
This Netherlands team means business. They're not really going to hold back. They lost most out of this power play. They started well, lost 2 wickets, but coming back strongly. Last 2 boundaries were superb, nice and straight. Hit it with authority.
Hugely experienced Colin Ackerman, and he'll know his role here. Pakistan were wayward in the first couple of overs, pulled things back nicely. Having O'Dowd and Levitt back in the change room will mean so much for Salman Ali Agha. He knows now he's right in it. They just need to keep plugging away and take wickets, because this is a strong Netherlands team. Hugely experienced. Scott Edwards due in next.
Salman Ali Agha must have been very depressed after the first 3 overs, but he's definitely breathing much better now.
Drill down the ground for 4. Onto that so quickly with Ackerman.
I like the way he moved toward the offside. He knew what Mirza is looking to do, looking to bowl fuller, trying to target the stump, and look how he played it with a straighter bat, hit it with some power. No chance for mid-off to cut that one. They're just loving it, the crowd.
Just confirming his strings, Colin Ackerman. Down the ground, a favoured area. Short ball. He's going to have to bowl that again. Opening match of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, and what a start it was. Flying high as we look to feel the thrill in this wonderful competition. Pakistan against Netherlands, 2 teams dreaming of a wonderful start to this competition. Pakistan, they'll be happy with what they have so far. 2 wickets in the power play. Proud nation as a co-host of this tournament. These youngsters, what an opportunity to come out. The unfurling of the flags of the 20 nations here at the SSC. Ooh, and how's that? The jetpack, man. The control, Waka.
That's fun, isn't it?
I want to see you do that.
Look at, he's got a trophy on his chest, and I'm sure he has enjoyed it. The kids have loved it, and great feeling. Great start of the World Cup, and asked for a better start. And Netherlands, yes, they lost 2 wickets, but the start they had and the way they're just batting against the pace especially, it's great to see that.
Across the line. A single. Yeah, so far. We've seen the delivery of trophies in previous tournaments, but Richard here has done a wonderful job. Great control across the ground, and then as he came into land and brought out the trophy, it was such a special moment.
He looked very confident. He was not even looking down. He was just nice glasses on and just having fun.
Gap found on the offside, put away for 4. Bit over 4, Netherlands 14 from the over, 50 up. The end of 6 overs. Drinks here in Colombo. Not as hot and humid as we expected. There'll be a lovely breeze blowing across the ground. 50 for 2. First 6 overs. A fine start from him, 24 from 15. But how good was the catching, Waka?
Yeah, that was special. And Pakistan were looking to get that wicket. It was so important at that stage because the way he was playing Levitt, he was on 24 of
15, and Pakistan needed to see his back, and great teamwork by Shaheen, and that's how it started. Mana Yaga won the toss and elected to ball, and a little bit favored from Shaheen. There were a couple of deliveries of good ones and beat the bat nicely. There was a seam movement, but once they got the use or idea of the surface, how the ball's coming, they were just square. They were very, very harsh on the bowlers, and then Mirza picking up his first wicket. Usman was wonderful, ran hard, 33 meters he had to run, and this was the one. This was special. Very first game of the tournament, and look at that. That's probably one of the best catch we will see in this tournament. Brilliantly taken by Babar and supported by Shaheen Shah Afridi.
The for two after 6 overs, Netherlands, the highest score in the power play in men's T20 World Cups. Batting first. 5 times they've got to 50 in the power play. 4 of those occasions they won the contest. This shows you how good this team is in building partnerships. And that's what Pakistan have got to be wary of. Ackerman and Deleda, key figures, as are Blaze and Tom.
Would you say it's even Stevens power play, or would you say Netherlands may be a step ahead?
I think from a Pakistan perspective, they will be delighted that they've got both openers out. Now they'll be looking to consolidate, bring on the spinners. Can you put the squeeze on and deny these two experienced campaigners the opportunity to build? They rotate strike well. That's what's really good about Ackerman and Deleda. So the fielders have got to be right on the money here. Sadab Khan, I think his first over.
Shadab is in very good form with the ball and also batting at number 6 for Pakistan. He's done well just recently in the whitewash series against the Australians. That's a very plus point. He's been out of the game, Shadab, for a while, but came back nicely, came back strongly. Little too full, good job. That's what your fielders need to do. Support your bowlers. When you bowl a poor delivery, that wasn't the best of the delivery.
After that second catch, the entire Pakistan unit looked like they've upped the energy levels. It's so important. We talk about getting the basics right, but particularly in the T20 format, 1 or 2 overs can just change a game. Pakistan need to ensure, after picking up those 2 wickets, they don't allow these 2 to kick on.
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised by Mirza bowling his 3rd over and gone for 14. I thought he could have brought in Abrar maybe. This is how the field's been set. There's a cover there. We saw a brilliant field from the skipper himself for Gillette.
Blaze and Tonk, see them at matches across the tournament, and when you have a look at the youngsters around, opportunities for selfies on the boundary rope. There's many reasons to attend World Cup matches during this tournament. Swing hard, and that will go for 4. That's Ackerman for you. 58 for 2.
A little bit more flight from Shadab, who's in the line of the stump, but how nicely he's played that. Just right on top of the delivery, ensure that he hits the cap. Handy boundary, last ball of the over. 9 4s and a 6 in 7 overs.
overcast conditions here in Colombo, but the weather's been good. And I'll tell you what, he's been good, Abraham, in this format. Two in the world, and for some reason, always keeping the batter guessing.
He's a key man. That's why Salman Aliaga tried to keep him for a little later. Once the ball gets to the short, he becomes a real weapon. Yeah, ball right on the money, spinning back. He got that carom delivery, which he bowls from behind his hand, which comes back in. He's got a little bit off spin also. So he's got a few tricks in the bag. The new haircut.
Bowled a pitch single. This is what's so good about the Dutch side, is their rotation of strike in this period. They will keep putting pressure on the field.
The key for Pakistan is to keep picking up wickets. Don't let the partnership build.
Use of the feet. For a single. Gaps around, that's what they'll be looking at. How do we keep making sure that we pitch those singles, put the bad ball away for four? Have a look at this partnership already, 30 of 20.
Well, the base is put down nicely by Netherlands batters, and now it's just to build up on that. Big shout. Just missing leg stump ball coming in sharply. I think Ackerman just got it wrong. The ball he played on the back foot should have just gone forward. Very lucky that he's just sliding down the leg side. I don't think the review will be taken.
What a gap found. Experience comes to the fore from Colin Ackerman.
By the outfield, the ball travels very quickly. I know this one was in the gap, but even when it's not in the gap, ball travels very quickly. It's not a small boundary, a decent side boundary, but the table, the square is a little higher than the boundary, so the ball goes very, very sharply. Bowled, cleaned him up. That's a beautiful delivery. Came in sharply. He's a wicket taker, Abraham Haq.
First T20.